I welcome you, dear viewer, on this visit to Sandfire Flats. My name's Don, and I spent a night in Sandfire Flats on my way from Perth to Darwin on a 5-month caravan trip. Sandfire Flats is located midway between Port Hedland and Broome, approximately 300 kilometers on either side. It's in the middle of what looks like a vast desert, no civilization for many miles. We're traveling along the Great Northern Highway, proceeding north to Broome. Like most typical roadhouses, Sandfire Flats provided the basic amenities. At one time it had a restaurant, a small pub, a caravan park, and dongas for accommodation. Here we approach Sandfire Flats on the Great Northern Highway. We note the sign and turn in. We've been traveling for almost 6 or 7 hours. Nothing is paved. It's a large sandy field. One entrance is bounded by large termite mounds. On the other entrance there's some large boulders. The petrol pumps are protected by vertical tires. This ABC story is about Sandfire Flats. The presenter notes that it's the only fuel stop in 610 kilometers of road, that is on the Great Northern Highway. The roadhouse is nestled in between the last and second last sand dunes of the Great Sandy Desert. It's 20 kilometers to 80 Mile Beach as the crow flies, 56 kilometers by road. Ken Norton, who was running it at the time of the interview, says that the area is a closely knit, if widely separated community, mainly farmers who meet 3 times a year. The roadhouse was famous for its hamburgers. When we arrived, we noticed this sign. What happened to fire? How did it happen? An electrical fault. When did it happen? 4 months ago. Are you going to rebuild? Yes. An article on the web talks about fire destroying Sandfire Roadhouse. A landmark trailer stop 2,000 kilometers north of Perth was gutted, leaving an estimated $1.5 million damage bill. Fire destroyed the accommodation block, petrol pumps, and other equipment. This photograph, taken in 2003, illustrates the old Sandfire Flats with the restaurant. That Sandfire Flats possessed a licensed restaurant that was famous for its hanging shirt sleeves. A menu from the old Sandfire Flats. What we found was this scene, Sandfire Flats today. The restaurant and service building had been replaced by what's known as a dongara, or a portable building. There's still operational telephone booths, which is good because there's no mobile service. I paid $1.68 for petrol. It certainly adds up in the outback. But probably by the time people see this little video, that'll be cheap. Road trains are a frequent user of Sandfire Flats, and they queue up. I'm pulling a 20-foot caravan behind a small station wagon. We stop at the caravan park, which provides running water and electricity. no such thing as grass, but there is shady trees, and that counts for a lot in the desert. A look around the caravan park. My traveling mates were not impressed with the bathrooms, which they thought were very dirty. Set up for the night, my caravan, and we don't even have it unhitched. We just pull up and park. My traveling mates from Canada, Bill and Sue, camp out in a tent. There's not much to do except admire the local wildlife. Lizards caught our attention. I think this one's called a blue-tongued monitor. Next to the caravan park is a camel with signs warning that it's quite deadly if you approach. We didn't climb over the barbed wire fence. Doesn't it look haughty? There was also some cattle. What really caught our attention was the pet peacock. It loved nuts. Thanks for joining us on this visit to Sandfire Roadhouse. Sandfire is probably a typical roadhouse in providing service at least 200 kilometers distance from the nearest petrol and food.